All right, good morning and welcome back. 19 minutes after the 8 o'clock hour. Right about now on WEFM 99.9. The WhatsApp number to get in contact with us, of course, is an interactive program. It's 457-9997. The number to call is 457-9997. You've got Ari and yours truly, Christal, to deal with this one here. Priest charged with rape steps away from ministry. The story is coming from searchlight.vca. Right. So he's been charged with 2 counts of rape. He's not Vincentian, but it's been living here. Then the story says from Mesopotamia. If not this one, then the one from IWN says that. And he's been given bail in the sum of $8,000 with one surety. Of course, you surrender your travel documents, a report to the respective police station, and at the times, you know the drill with these things. Once you get let out on bail after a charge, he is supposed to return at some time in the future, but a Roman Catholic priest, a priest. And I feel really sorry for the Roman Catholic Church for having to be dragged through the mud again with another one of these things. But that's what it is right about now. I don't think I will ever be able to understand or nah. Why? Why do people, you know who you are. You know how you stop, right? Why would you put yourself right? We understand all of that. But I really do not like it when people tarnish the reputation of the church, tarnish the reputation of priesthood, anything that involves church. People will be people. You will commit offenses here, then everywhere. You're liable to sin as well, because we are all sinners and we all fall short of the glory of the Lord. But Lord Jesus, at what point are people going to stop hiding behind the church? I don't know if you could recall a similar story, but this guy was actually convicted. He's still in prison. This time it was from Beckway. Priesthood, deputy, committed a heinous crime against a child. Convicted, found guilty. Priesthood. Why you always do that, man? Why you always do that? Religion and the church, they have a really important role to play within society. I don't think some people understand how important they are within our society. And I didn't even get to the part where we're talking about how the victim, well, it says charged with rape and indecent assault, what the victim might be going through at this time. It says here, right? He was not required to plead to the indictable charge. If you're not required to plead, then this is just for clarity's sake. I don't know if you could help me with that one.
Yeah, I could help you.
If you're not required to plead, then how do you get out on bail? What is composite bail?
This is basically what you call a PI. Without saying it, it's a PI. They need
Preliminary inquiry?
Yeah, they need yes, a preliminary inquiry. They need to prove that this charge has enough merit to be taken to a higher court or to be fully brought before the family court, where he can be indicted, which means prison time. You're not required to enter a plea for a preliminary inquiry, because no, it's not a formal charge it's a charge, but it's not really that formal, where the outcome of this will determine whether or not you are fined, go to prison, whatever. It's to decide whether it will go further. But it is still a serious offense. So he could have been kept in police custody, and that is why the bail was necessary.
This is confusing to me because I didn't realize that Okay, you could be charged. I've seen it every now and then, but never really paid attention to not required to plead the indictable charge. But that's a bit confusing. Um, so you're charged, but you're not formally charged.
Yeah, because you're supposed to. It depends on the severity of the offense. So like murders usually go to PI. The Rock got an inquiry that went to a PI first before anything, and I think it didn't make it. I think it got thrown out because of the PI. It never went to High Court. I believe. I could be wrong. I have to double check.
Yeah, there was something about that.
But yeah, so those guys were charged and they were out on bail, but they never entered a plea because they needed to prove to the court. The DPP's office needed to prove to the court that the case has enough merit to be taken further.
Okay.
But an offense was committed. So you have to face the repercussions of that.
Right. Now, here's where I was confused. I thought the file goes to the DPP, or I thought that at that point they would lay a charge because they have enough points or factors.
I think it's formalities for certain offenses. So when it comes to rape, and I guess the level, I think there's different levels of rape. But let me see. He was charged for, it just says 2 counts of rape and indecent assault.
The different types of sexual assaults.
Yeah.
So,
but it depends on the severity of the charge. If it's a very serious charge, then you need to make sure all the ducks in a row before you appear before the High Court or any more serious offense courts. So, for instance, with the Rock Gutter, they went to the serious offenses court. They went through the preliminary inquiry where they showed the tapes of the interviews, they showed the evidence, police testified, witnesses testified, persons in the bus testified. And then it was up to the magistrate to decide, hey, this is enough evidence for us to really lay these charges and take it up to the High Court. And they found that it was not sufficient.
Okay, this is interesting. Yeah. Law could be a little bit complex sometimes. We learn something new today.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
It's frustrating. That's why you listen to Activated Mornings, right? To learn something new. So that lends to another question. Should his picture be published then? At this point?
The thing is, right, context is important because it did not say Nigerian priest rapes Vincentian woman. It says charged with rape. Now, I don't know if it's a formal law or if it's media ethics, but we're not supposed to name the victim in a sexual assault case. We're not supposed to post a picture of a victim. And when it's children, we're not supposed to name children or put pictures of children. I think it's ethics. But the accused, their names can be mentioned and their photos can be placed in on public spaces. It's a bit tricky because we're saying innocent proven guilty,
right.
But it's a lot in the public that this person has been charged with this offense. It's tricky because when it is that in some cases where the follow-up stories are this person was freed of these charges, the stigma still sticks with you. Because no matter what, once you're charged with sexual assault, you're forever somebody who committed sexual assault, whether you're innocent or not.
In the eyes of
public opinion.
Public opinion. In the case where the person is actually innocent, that's what I'm looking at. Anyways, we have to wait and see what comes out of this story here. But y'all know the drill. It is immoral and it is against the law. Men, women, don't have enough time to get down into it this morning. 8:29 is the time. We're going to take a break and when we come right back, we're going to head to Honorsville for a bit. Invest SVG will be hosting yet another Everything Vinci Plus Expo here in SVG. Let's go.